Hello, Twitch. Hello, peoples. How are we's today? What is new? What is happening? What is exciting? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Gonna be doing mushrooms tonight. Mushrooms. Once I get everything going here. Gonna be doing mushrooms, gonna be doing New York strip, gonna be doing risotto, and gonna be drinking some nice Zinfandel. Oh, we're making cheesecake too. Should be a good evening. Gonna make a mushroom cheesecake here tonight, which was originally planned for chanterelles, which were supposed to be the themed mushroom of the night, are a little bit more fruity than your typical mushroom. And so I thought that might work okay with the cheesecake. Now we're just doing a mushroom cheesecake, and I'm half tempted to make it savory. Even though it's supposed to be sweet and savory for the challenge. Having all sorts of problems here lately getting winning ingredients. Chanterelles are... The problem with chanterelles is they are a August to December harvest. And it's not quite August yet. Fortunately. So, couldn't find them fresh. Couldn't even find them dried. So... we are going to be filling in for chanterelles with a variety of other goody mushrooms here. Got some ugly maitakes in there in between some... actually, these are the same, I think. These are... I'm forgetting all the names now. But we've got 5 different types of mushrooms here. These ones are the same. These ones that are sort of an oyster type. These ones are going to be closer to that as well. These I might use for the cheesecake, just because the way they look like they're full of honey. And last we have these guys. These are more woody, more earthy. I'm hoping that these are going to be less so. The stuff in the center, But we're going to use pretty much all of these in with the risotto. And then these I'm going to save for with the dessert tonight. Have a nice little New York here that I defrosted. Not huge marble in there. Like I said, this is it's sort of hard to compare this to your typical supermarket meat. It's entirely different animal. It's beautiful. But we're going to get started with our cheesecake tonight, which I'm just going to do a small little cheesecake. I got those little 4-inch springforms. We'll do one of those up with cheesecake, with a mushroom flavored cheesecake. See how that turns out. I'm really iffy on this one. I don't know if this one's going to work out or not tonight. I do know that this will work out tonight, though. Because I tried this a couple of days ago, and this is gorgeousness. Of course, this is one of the more expensive bottles that I've had on stream here, so... do not think it's anywhere close to being the most expensive, considering... yeah, I've had some nice wines on this stream. Welcome in, Lexi. Thank you for the resub. How are you this evening? I don't remember the dinner with Chef JT being so see-through. Maybe I need to work on the opacity of that. Maybe it's a different monitor. Got a new monitor. Dinner and drinks, nice. Well, I'm drinking a nice Zinfandel tonight. Really nice Zinfandel tonight. I really enjoyed this the other day when I tried it at the vineyard. Very peppery, very fruit forward as far as a Zinfandel, but very peppery too. But not heat pepper, and also not spicy, but pepper. And we got New York that I'm gonna pan sear here tonight. But the main theme tonight is mushrooms. I was going to do chanterelles. Chanterelles are not in season. I could not find them. So I'm last minute substituting a variety of other mushrooms. Going to be doing a mushroom risotto. Going to be doing mushroom cheesecake. I thought I got rid of this song from this playlist. I hope so. Actually, I should probably get the half cream cheese out here to come up to room temp. Don't know if I need to do that for this recipe or not. It's usually just a good thing to have ready. Yep, at room temperature. Darn it. Should have gotten this out 30 minutes ago. And yeah. So we're going to be hanging out here a moment while we allow that cream cheese and that egg to warm up to room temp. I'm going to enjoy my coffee. Still hasn't dried enough for me. It's still dripping pretty good. They're yummy, but you have to be expecting them to be a little bit darker, a little bit funkier than your average wine. It's not going to be a smooth fruit juice. Fruity or sweet, yeah, you may want to actually avoid Zinfandels if you're about the fruity and sweet. They can be. This one's closer to that, but I wouldn't say in general it's probably your like. They're the spicier, more funkier ones. They're gonna hold up to your more robust flavors, like things that are grilled or braised meats or dense things that you're gonna have to cut through. They tend to have more tannins. Yeah. Well, if you don't like it, you don't like it. That's sort of the big downside to wines. You gotta try a lot of it to find what you like and what you don't like. It's all different. Cheers, everyone. Warm up, cream cheese. Warm up. Okay, what can we do in prep ahead of time? We can cut up our mushrooms. Of course, at the same time, I don't know what I was going to say there. These things just like they're candy. Like gooey and glazed and look like they're a mushroom donut. So there's our mushrooms for tonight. Not sure on the origin of it. I do believe it's New York's, and not New York. But yeah, I'm not sure on the origin of it. Let's do our battle. No problem. No problem. Titanic getting those kills. Quiet J helping out with the assist. Quiet J getting the scroll. Congrats. Mage scrolls. And another skin. Ooh, upgrade time. See what we can do here in 30 minutes. It looks like mostly going to have to defend from the left and the right there. We've got some pinch points here. I don't think I liked my position point wasn't very good for this. We want to defend here and here, here and here, because it's going to be the pinch point for these coming up in here. There's nothing really in the center for mine to fight. I should have looked at that a little longer. But we'll do that battle in 30 minutes and we'll see how we do. I threw out the labels. They're velvet something. They're velvets, but I forget what the exact velvet variety is. We're just not going to bother with that one. Actually, I sort of want to save these now for the risotto, because I think those are going to look best in with the risotto. Because these are actually pretty ugly. These are all torn up. This is like, let's see if we can get the package the right weight. So, I think these are going to go into our cheesecake here. I don't even like the look of that one. Actually, from the smell of these, yeah, these need to go with the cheesecake. I'm wishing I had some lemon or something to put with that cheesecake, though, too. I can tell you that these are all from Gourmet Growers, which is a Sonoma County business. So these are all local mushrooms. They do some more specialty mushrooms than just your typical cremini, oyster, and portobellos. Yep, that fits about right, Lexi. It seems about right. Next steps. Let's throw some of this in with the cheesecake too, but not all of it. like they're caramel coated mushrooms. So there's not a lot of cream in this. So we're putting a ton of mushroom into, which is only like 2 tablespoons of cream here. And I'm thinking I want to do fresh mushroom and not cooked mushroom because I want to get more of that fruitiness out of it than any of those cooked flavors. I want them more of that raw flavor. Giving my cream a good shake up because they put a fat cap on it. I'm gonna mix that fat in there. I don't really want the fat in with this. So not a lot of heavy cream there. Just a little bit. And I'm going to add the salt that I'm going to add to the whole cheesecake into this to make sure that that gets all of that salt flavor. Now we're going to blitz this. I didn't do it. Welcome, Raiders. Thank you for that raid, Pandas Up. Appreciate y'all joining me tonight. What were we streaming tonight? Welcome in. We're doing mushrooms as an ingredient tonight. I was supposed to be doing chanterelles as an ingredient tonight, but unfortunately they're out of season. Could not get them on short notice. Couldn't even find them dried. So we're doing a variety of mushrooms in our dinner tonight. Gonna be doing a mushroom risotto. Gonna be doing a New York strip. Gonna be doing, and what I'm currently working on is a mushroom cheesecake. So we're just working on infusing some cream here with mushroom and a little bit of salt. What salt we're going to add to our cheesecake. And so that's what mushroom flavor we're going to get into our cheesecake there. The rest of this is a little too big and chunky and not going to be smooth. Rinse off our immersion blender here. It's almost like I rediscovered this thing. I went a good couple of years not using this thing at all. I've used it like 4 times this year. Do have Stream Raiders as always going. Anyone wants to join in? Okay, there's our mushroom for our cheesecake. Here's our mushrooms for our risotto here. Let's chop these off and use these in there too. The rest of these, like, almost like caramel coated mushrooms. Quite yummy. Not even sure what I want to do with the rest of those. This is more than enough for a risotto right here. Might just have to save those for later for something else. Then again, I could do we'll keep that in mind. Maybe I'll do that. That thing that I didn't tell you that I might do. Those fit in there pretty nicely. Okay, coffee break. We're waiting mostly for anyone just joining in. We are sort of killing time because I didn't pay attention and get my cream cheese out to warm up to room temp here. So I'm So we're trying to wait for that to happen. We can also get... Do I want to use you? I want to use you. Got our risotto pan over here. We got our stock pan over here. We got a couple of containers of stock here that I need to defrost. Make sure and heat up this leftover stock here too. You want to squeeze out. Oh. Such a troublemaker. Want to make sure that's up to heat for starting our risotto. What temp do we need our oven at? Gonna have to use that oven tonight. Probably going to be overkill on the graham cracker, but let us see. Hey, Big Davy! How's the leg doing? Hopefully better. Hopefully feeling a little better today than yesterday. Doing pretty good tonight. Yeah, that was overkill. Okay. We need sugar and butter. Welcome in, Karma King. "5 months, wow." Then again, they did that is quite the cut. I'm going to guess, because I don't know the answer, vascular. What did I go in here for? Butter. Ouch. I'm glad they caught it and got a solution. Yeah. I'm amazed that it's one heck of a cut. But I'm also seeing people like leave the hospital in the same week after heart surgery these days, and I'm like, what? What did I do with my using for that? So I'm supposed to take one of these. And just folding this over itself here to cut it down in size. Let's see if that worked or if that was a complete failure. That was a complete failure. Because I didn't plan this out right. Silly me. Yeah, it is a bit silly that this day and age that most countries can do it, and here in the U.S., oh, you gotta have a job. You need someone paying you a salary in order to... I mean, I've worked as a small business owner for the last 5 years or so. I mean, it's a pain in the ass to have to, like, prove to everyone and their brother that, you know, oh, hey, I have this actual business. I'm actually doing these things. Doesn't quite go all the way around. Boo-hoo. Okay, that was step one. Step two. I'm not trying to impede on the size at all here of the container. I just want a solid metal bottom to this so that when I put this in a water bath in the oven, it's not going to seep into that little crack in the bottom of the springform. What do I got that I can press? Oh, I can use that. I see that stock bubbling back there. Helpful having a screen that I can actually see what's going on again. Thank you for that resub, XPie. Welcome in. Hopefully you're having a lovely Wednesday. Lovely start to your week. Okay. So there is our base to our cheesecake. I could put some sides on this. I don't know if I really want to. Let's go without it. I prefer not to have huge, crusty sides to the pie. And yes, it is a pie, not a cake. What am I going to bake this in? I have a half hotel pan. That'll work lovely. Nice, XY. We're going to want this at least halfway up, figuring once we plop that down in there, we don't want it to overflow, but I'm doing quite lovely today, X5. Got a ton done. Like, I was rushed all day, worried that I wasn't going to get things done. Woke up, well, overslept this morning to start. Slept in. Actually got some decent sleep for once in a while. And then woke up and looked at my phone. Immediately saw that I had a ton of deliveries outside and ran outside and grabbed all my goodies. Got all my stuff from Amazon Prime Day, which was more me delaying other things to today, such as said monitor. I delayed the monitor until Prime Day so that I can maybe get a little bit of a deal. I think I did. You don't really know anymore. They change prices and stuff all the time. But I think I got a pretty good deal on the... It's a 1080 ultra wide. I was looking at 4K stuff. I decided that I didn't need 4K just for the kitchen stuff. It wasn't worth the extra $100, $200 for it. So it's 100 hertz, 1080p, ultra wide. So more of an office like monitor than a gaming monitor, but not looking for a gaming monitor. You would have mixed. So there's the monitor. I got myself a couple of pillows that were replaced. I got a new set of 3 bowls, and I bought a bunch of sugar in the raw and a bunch of granulated sugar. I bought a giant thing of cornstarch. Just trying to do some of my bulk purchasing when it's on sale. What else did I get? I think that's pretty much it. Yeah. Okay. So this is supposed to go in the oven for about 15 minutes as it is, but we're going to wait on that because we're not ready with our other half of it. wire cooking tray to use for air frying. What's the wire cooking tray do for you? Try to keep you from getting soggy bottoms? Oh, thank you for reminding me, Lexi. I gotta turn my timers on. Maybe. I don't know. Air fryers are weird. Air fryers are not fryers. I don't know if I've gone off on this rant with you before or not. But air fryers are not fryers. They're advanced convection ovens. Or rather modern convection ovens. Where we have proper modeling of airflow and versus you just can't sell you can't go out there and say, hey, we'd love to sell you a convection oven. Every one of the brothers going to go say, I got one. Oh, my battle's ready. Thank you, XPy. So, I don't know that putting a wire mesh is going to work well in there because it's designed to work in the compartment that it is. Then again, I don't know much about air fryers other than most of what I've just told you. I don't have much experience with them. Warm up cream cheese. We're getting there. Okay, we're going to put this in there for 15 minutes since we got the time right now. Just the crust by itself. Well, the one I'm really wondering how they're going to sell the public is the combi oven. Because they're now selling air fryers to everyone. But air fryers don't include moisture. Combi ovens take everything to the next level, they're in commercial kitchens. They're why we have Buffalo Wild Wings, a couple of other chains require them in order to exist. And essentially they're a combination of steam and dry heat, and so that they can cook those chicken wings super fast by blasting them with steam and then turn around and dry heat and crispen them up. You can do a whole chicken in one of those things in something like 40 minutes. It's may even be quicker, but extremely helpful when it comes to precision baking and stuff like that, where you can control the amount of humidity is in the oven. When it comes to like breads and stuff like that, you control how much moisture they're exposed to. Like with the no-knead breads, I've been cooking those inside of that crock pot inside of the oven. That's to get the steam action. You don't need the steam action if you get a combi oven. You can just steam it and then bake it. Battle. Oops, that's not what we want. We want Killing Field. Well, let's see if we get this one or not. This one might be a rough battle. This might be rough. I think they're going to go over there and get those two dinos on the right, and we're not going to get a chance. Or on the left. Uh-oh. Yeah, I don't know if they're gonna... Basically, down to saving that last dino. We gotta save that last guy. Tanic. Getting those assists for me. And the scroll. Congrats. Working our way over here to this chess battle up here. Okay, we got one guy there, one guy there. Oh, I didn't see the dino up in the top corner, but we'll get to him too. Cool, I set a timer. I set a timer, yay! Alright, done with our caffeine. I'm going to give it a minute before I open that wine. I want to let the water do a little killing on that coffee flavor. Okay, we need essentially half of this. Metal. Metal tastes good. Now we got X-Pie joining in on the party. Not just you and me again. Two tablespoons of sugar. Expertly measured there. Expertly measured. Our mushroom and heavy cream, which is actually taking the place of heavy cream and some sour cream too. This we want to thoroughly mix. Make sure this all gets mixed in together. But we don't want to overmix the next couple of steps here once we get into all the other good stuff here. Try and beat in and remove any of those giant lumps of cream cheese left. I think I got most of it out there. There's still a little bit. We'll live with that. I think I'm going to skip the vanilla for this one. Half teaspoon of flour. Not a lot of flour there. Just enough to bind things up a little bit. It was supposed to be chanterelles tonight. I'm just doing mushrooms in general. I got a variety of different mushrooms. Chanterelles are not in season. I couldn't find them. They don't really come around until mid to late August. They're around until like December. We'll have to do a dinner here up in the future doing chanterelles, but I couldn't get them either dried or fresh tonight. So we're dealing with these and a variety of other mushrooms. These are all going into a risotto that we're going to be making, and then that's going to be getting going after we get this cheesecake in the oven and cooling down. Another 4 minutes on our crust par baking. Okay, so we got all that in there. Now we need our egg. One room temperature. I've had it out here since the stream, before the stream started. Egg. Let's start by breaking that yolk up. Got one heck of a big bug in this house for some reason. I don't know what it is either. It looks like a cross between like a fly and a bee. I mean, it's not a wasp, but it's got one heck of a... It's one heck of a bug. Nice bit of crunch. No, I don't think so. That ain't my style. I'll leave it with crickets, which I was not that. I think I played crickets off as liking him more than I did. Put this other chicken in the stock. Well, how much of this are we making? I told you guys that I tried ants before too, right? That was a college thing. Culinary Institute, they have a gastronomy class, which gastronomy is the science of eating, basically. Or science of cuisine. And so we did a lot of, or no, was it during product ID? Or was it during gastronomy? Must have been product ID. We had several blind tastings during that class. And one of them was things like ants and other things that you wouldn't think to eat. We're going to need a place to put our cake when it comes out here in a minute. Actually, more like 30 seconds. Got a low heat on this over here now. Should be almost able to melt that on its own, but give it a little bit of encouragement. Okay, so there's our toasted breadcrumb base. And I'm actually going to let that sit for a minute before I add this on there, because I don't want to add this on there with that being like out of the oven hot. I am going to put the water into the stove so that it can start warming up. I think it's time to open our wine. Give ourselves a slight pause. And so, like I was saying, I tried this wine actually last Saturday. I went there and did a tasting at their vineyard. Was very happy. Was sort of shocked and surprised. I found most of these Zinfandels vineyards have been more in the higher, drier areas of the county. And this one's right here in the West County. And this is actually from a specific, it's a family vineyard, although they are distributed, I think, nationwide in supermarkets. You can find Harvest Moon pretty easily. You won't find this one, though, because this is the wine based off of the grapes, specifically on the home plot. They have several other vineyards, and they mix their home ones with other vineyards, but this is strictly just from the home plot. And it's a 2014. So it's been sitting around a minute. Oh wow, you can smell that right off of the bat. Ortega. Didn't work though. Oh wow, is that dark? I don't know if I'm a little worried this is a little vinegarized. Dark. Even for being aged. I mean, it's a 2014. This is a 6-7-year-old bottle of wine. Hmm. I think more air than they intended to got to that wine, but I'm going to drink it anyways. Because I don't think it's spoiled at the same time. But it does have considerable more acidity than the one that I tried it there. Take it easy, Big Davey. I think you need to take your time on that one. I hope you're feeling better each and every day. Oh, okay, you did join in there, Tanik. Awesome. Okay, this is sat out here for a minute, so it's not hugely warm anymore. Let's add our cheesecake batter to that, our mushroom cheesecake batter. Okay, and we're going to add this into that pot of water. For, I believe, like 30 minutes. 35 minutes. Alright, 35-minute timer. We'll see how that turns out then. 35 minutes. We're going to have to wait for that cheesecake to cool down. I don't know that I'm going to be able to try that on stream tonight, even though I really want to. I want to be able to give you guys critique on what that tastes like. But we'll see how long, because 35 minutes for baking that, we can pretty much wrap up the rest of this dinner in that time. Okay, now that it had a couple of seconds to aerate, that's smelling much better. That unscrambled work looks like a scrambled word. It's a type of syrup. It's made with almonds, rose water, and orange flower. Then again, that's something else we can do. It'll take a couple minutes. What did I leave out over here? Oh, nothing. Close. There we go. Stay closed. You only need to stay closed for like 20 minutes. Stay closed. Oh, did I miss? I don't have that set up. Let me see if I can't put that back in here. Tannic. There we go. Might be able to. Oh, it doesn't show what. Normally it shows me what the mod canceled here, but it didn't do it for me here. Let's see. Let's try it over here. That didn't do it over there either. Oh, yeah, I don't mind that. It's not how you're using it anyways. Took me a minute to find it in chat where I could actually correct the issue. Had to open up chat in a couple different places here. Okay. Getting used... I mean, first day with the second monitor once again. Trying to reorganize things. Got more space over here, too, in the new monitor, so I'm arranging things differently. Okay. Let's do a little cleanup. Thank you for the follow there, Tanic. Much appreciated. Welcome in. I decided I needed some bowls with a little bit deeper, easier to whip and whisk things without spraying bubbles all over the place. Very similar to a set of bowls that I used to have before this that were plastic. I didn't like that they're, well, rather I got rid of them because they were plastic and they got cuts and nicks in them. They started having things grow in them. Not exactly healthiest thing. Trout! Good catch. Har 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 har. Pun not intended, but it was quite funny. Welcome in, Zen. How you doing this lovely Wednesday? Everyone joining in the scramble tonight. Alright, so here we are right now. Let's take a look at what we got coming up here. We got one more before we take break? Yeah, we got one more. June 30th. And what do we have for challengers this week? We got any threes? We do have Hungarian pepper and garam masala. Oh, we gonna be doing some... We gonna be making some curry? So... Yeah, none of those are garam masala. Probably gonna have to search for a photo for that, I think. I can't drag it there, I gotta save it. Nope. Yeah, that's not what I wanted. And you can vote for your favorite by reacting to whichever you would choose. I'll have to cook either one of those. I actually think I have both of those already down in my drawer, so we'll actually have those next week. But I'm going to be doing either paprika or Hungarian peppers. Hungarian peppers I may not be able to find. Not so common around here. But I can definitely find paprika. And garam masala, I'm pretty sure I have already down in my spice drawer. Both would be great dinners. Look forward to either one of those. Please give your votes. We'll keep the vote going until Monday. We won't leave it until Tuesday like this week. And yeah. Let's do our battle. See, those people that place their units next to mine get hazed. The rest of you gotta kill that one person and have the other ones join you. I don't know. That was quick. Tana getting the assist and the scroll. Congrats. Chest battle. But we are moving up towards the top here while we're doing a sine wave through this map. Put the flag carrier out there. Join in with the rest of the battle there. See how we do there in 30 minutes. The tenor gift lacks culinary items. Yeah, there's not there's surprising number of them still in there, but yeah, there's not a lot of food gifts. A lot of the brand companies have food gifts, but there's not a lot of just like straight food. Okay, so we got 20 minutes still on that. I think we're ready to get going with our risotto here. Flame on. Oil in the pan. Mushrooms at the ready. Garlic and onion powder at the ready. Gonna memorize all 1,600 words I got in there. Zen. Gonna get them all down packed. I need to go back into the Discord here and delete the winning choices from the suggestions channel. Which, please do come and vote them. In here, we need some more votes for these as well. We need more suggestions too. We actually probably got a couple that we should delete here now. I haven't been updating. I've been deleting the ones that only have one or two votes that are 4 months old, just to keep things fresh. You smoking over here yet? Not quite. Close that bedroom door just in case. I don't think we're really getting that hot tonight, but just in case. I have had to relocate all my wine, unfortunately. My new monitor takes up my wine rack over here. And thankfully I did. There was a fire out there today in the plains between Santa Rosa and Sebastopol, entrance to West County. And yeah, that was a little worrying earlier today. But I think they got that under control. I haven't heard much about that lately. I'm not seeing any smoke anymore. And I'm not hearing any sirens around here anymore. So hopefully that's all well covered now. Gonna go ahead and steal my ladle here, and we're gonna use this in with the chicken stock over here. That's why I'm smelling gas. That pilot went out. You often see shallot used for this dish. I love shallots. They're just too pricey for me on a regular basis. I don't buy them a lot. I don't keep them around the house a lot. I maybe should have grabbed one or two for this because this is a great time to use shallots. But I'm just going to sub a little onion and garlic powder instead today. I can smell that oil, but I can't see it smoking yet. two ends. Two ends. Who's gonna guess that one? That one's a toughie. Zen didn't join in this time. It's all you, Lexi. Ooh. Oh, how cutesy. They have a little notes section on their bottles. So you can write your notes on the bottle of the wine. And that's what a lot of people actually do that taste a bunch of wines. They save the bottles. It takes up too much room, in my opinion. I like taking pictures of labels, and I often use Vivino, which is a phone app for keeping track. Hit the mushrooms with a bit of salt. Bit of crushed cracked pepper. Hit those with our onion and garlic powder. Lexi. Does smell quite lovely in this house right now. Okay, starting to get quiet here. Starting to get hot. Time to add our rice. We're adding a pound of arborio. Add a little bit of oil there because these aren't looking like they're very well coated right off. Using olive oil now because we're working with the rice. Less so with the mushrooms. Might actually get a little flavor of this still. We need our stock up to temp, and it's not up to temp yet. So we're just going to repeat that process over and over here until our rice is to the right level here. And it's fully cooked, nice and creamy, smooth. Hoping the only real texture we get here is actually from the mushrooms. That's high enough, it should be cooking up quickly. Excuse me. You can see how it's pretty much absorbed all of that liquid now in there. So we're going to add another ladle in there now. Wine's waking up my sinuses there. Maybe the mushroom risotto too. semolina. I have some of that. That'd be a good ingredient challenge. Use semolina in desserts and savory. In fact, I'm going to put that on the list right now if someone hasn't already. Hey, XPie, you can vote for your own suggestions, by the way. As can everyone else. So feel free to vote for your own suggestions. Oops. This is sort of a rough one here when it comes to risotto, because we don't want to absolutely destroy all these mushrooms that we got in there, but we do want to keep stirring those. So I'm carefuling between making sure we still keep those caps attached to stems as much as I can, while moving the rice around, allowing it to all sort of shed its starch and give us that creamy risotto-ness. Wow, my nose is just like running now. Running. Oh wow, our cheesecake's already almost done. Sort of annoyed that I found in my email the other day. Have anyone out there, especially in the US, heard of Koshan 555? Koshan 555 is a roaming tour that is promoting heritage pork and both local producers of heritage pork and local restaurants of heritage pork. They're having one here in Napa. I think it's in 2 months, 1 month, 2 months. I am so annoyed that they didn't give me an email until the very end. The whole thing is like sold out, other than the most generic low-end invitation that you can get into it. And I honestly don't want to spend $100 for the lowest end entrance to it. I would have probably dropped a little bit more and gotten one of their nicer packages, but I've been to it once before in Napa. This was like, it had to have been like 5 or 10 years ago, at least 5 years ago. Great event. It's right on the one of the major vineyards grounds, so it's gorgeous, and they have just all these people grilling outside, using all sorts of barbecuing techniques, doing whole, doing half pigs, and then there's like 20 different vineyards there that all have different wines there for everyone to taste. That is not cooked. We're giving that another 10 minutes. So I'm sort of frustrated. I actually have a t-shirt. I was actually wearing it earlier today for the event. Titanic. Well, welcome back. Hopefully you did read the chat rules before joining in. Welcome in, Practical Escapist. I am drinking a very lovely Zinfandel tonight. This is a locally produced Zinfandel. I actually went and tasted there on last Saturday. This is one of their estate wines, which you can only find if you're a member or you visit their vineyard. Very peppery, very fruity Zinfandel. But peppery not so much in spice or heat, but the actual pepper flavor. Tons of pepper flavor in this. And so like I was saying, this is their home ranch estate. 2014 estate Zinfandel. You can find Harvest Moon in most of your supermarkets. It's a widely distributed name, I believe. I've tried many of their wines in the past. I've never tried any of their... I haven't done a tasting there before this Saturday. Should go lovely with this New York. Make sure our risotto is still moving here. Yeah, I've had a couple of their wines in the past, but like I said, this is the first ones I've tried from their actual home. It is actually, it's one of the rare ones. It's an actual family vineyard. Vast majority of vineyards these days are owned by one of the big four as far as wine. We had the big four in wine, we had the big four in meat. But, yeah. And actually, those ones are the better ones to go to as far as tasting experiences. You got to search out the family vineyards. The corporate ones are corporate ones. I mean, they're all gorgeous, they're all beautifully landscaped, but you're going in there for a corporate experience. You're not going to have someone there that's like intimate with the wine is going to be able to answer your questions. It's going to be some teenager that's pushing their lines. Like, what is the name of that? Hannah. Hannah's a vineyard that I've been to a couple of times. And, I mean, it is literally a family vineyard. Like, the father and the daughter are sitting there in the tasting room. And, you know, they're trying to sell you their wine, but they can actually answer the questions about it, too. Titanic, yes. Yeah, I wasn't calling you out with that. I was kidding. gotta be getting close on this cheesecake. I'm shocked that that was still looking liquidy when I looked at it. I mean, I didn't alter the recipe that much with the mushrooms. I mean, I took the sour cream out, but that shouldn't be preventing it from solidifying. Let's take another look here. 5 minutes in. That is still a little too thin. I'm worried that this isn't going to come together now that it's had a good cooking time. And it's still a little bit wobbly. But we'll see. For anyone joining in, we're working on making mushrooms as our ingredient tonight. So I'm doing a mixed mushroom cheesecake for dessert tonight. Should be an interesting one to try once that cools down. And of course we got risotto. And I've got the steak from all the, I got myself a quarter steer here earlier this week. So we got lots of beef to go through here. Anyone interested in what you can get by ordering quarter steer, you can check out the VOD from Saturday. Not my normal streaming day, but did an extra day to make up for last Friday. Watch is telling me it's time for me to work out. But did you get a shout out there, Practical Escapist? I don't know if I have that set up in my bot. Everyone should go give the Practical Escapist a check out. She's a lovely food and drink streamer and member of Team Bone In. There we go. Battle! It's time for battle again. Let's do our battle. How many units did we get out there? Lots of units out there this time. 21 of us versus 13 of them. I think we got this. Most of them are just boxes anyways. I'll make sure and add you to my auto shoutouts there, Practical Escapist. I'm surprised that I didn't have you in there already. Victory. Tannic getting those kills and assists. Nith and Tannic getting the scrolls. Congrats. And on to the next. I think we got at least one more battle in us tonight. Let's see what we got out here. Let's go with a Berserker. Okay, we need to move this. We need to go back to our board. We need to put this out here. And for cheesecake. Regardless of what it is, considering it's been in there 10 minutes over the normal cook time. That is so liquidy though. I can't do it. I can't do it. I need to add more time to that. I just can't. I'm gonna give that a whole extra 10 minutes on top of that. I just can't. It looks like liquid to me. It's just too hasn't set up like at all, and I'm wondering water was too cold when I put it in there or something. But let's continue on with our risotto here. Can't really stop paying attention to. We're getting close there. We got a pretty nice looking product here as it is right now. Not quite cooked through though. No, it's not a... I think it's entirely a... I put the water in there, I didn't give it enough time to come up to proper heat. So we did put the cheesecake down into water that wasn't fully up to the full heat. So it's taken extra time to heat up that water and therefore cook the cheesecake. We need some greens for our risotto here. Risotto, a quick stir there. I know you can't see it right now. But I'm not completely forgetting about it while we're mincing this parsley. Or maybe that's it. Somehow the oven was not on there. I canceled the oven at some point. That's not good. Might be the last of the liquid we're adding in here. We'll see how this turns out here in a couple of minutes. Wow, the color over here is just so much more vibrant than what's going on back here. Like, my hand looks pale compared to that. Same type of camera. I mean, that's black. And that's black. There's two blacks there. This just isn't making that very black. Let's see if we can't color correct that other. Why is the audio messing up here? Hey, Kirby! Welcome in. I hope not everyone is having these audio issues. I'm not sure what's going on here. Let's try reloading this page. It seems like the audio is maybe OBS issue, though. Okay. That's good, Kirby. I'm sounding robotic to myself. Okay. Now it seems to have corrected itself. Interesting. Thank you, Kirby. Welcome in. What have we been doing lately? What? Have we finished up the Bates home? Or are we still working on that? It's been a minute since I've caught your stream. How's the tool shop going, too? I know you were working on having yourself a streaming miniatures tool shop, but that was sort of like a long-term work in progress. Business classes? What type of business classes we taking? Okay. We're going to turn the oven off. It's at 350. We're just going to leave it in there for another hour. Just allow it to cool in that hot oven. Use that hot oven as our cooling medium. See if switching earbuds is gonna improve this. No, it's still sounding robotic. Lovely. What are you doing to me, OBS? Please stop this. Basic subs, keeping books sustainably. Nice. Starting to thicken up out here again. I can't listen to this anymore. So I apologize, I won't have alerts or stuff in my ears, but it's just completely... It's cutting in and out in my ear. So hopefully it's not doing the same to you folks, lovely folks who are hanging out with me tonight. But yeah, no more alerts for me tonight. Yum, 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 yum. Just so much dark fruit and that pepper, like, it's hard to describe unless you've eaten, like, you know, like tasted straight pepper. Like, it doesn't have that bite or the heat from the pepper, but it has that, like, I don't know how to even really describe it, but what really pepper is, that almost tannin-like flavor to the pepper. Kirby. Yeah, Kirby, Practical Escape is another Team Bone-In member. She does lots of different baking and cooking streams. Streams... I don't know, how often do you stream Practical Escapist? What's your schedule like? I see you on all the time. I catch you here and there, but don't know when you're normally streaming. I know you got family getting in the way there of things occasionally here and there. As well, I don't have a family to deal with, so for better and worse. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. So other than maybe Sundays, I'm not going to be able to raid you at all. That's a shame. We got some new toys in here today. For anyone that's relatively new into the stream here, I explained it earlier, but I went and saved some of my purchases here up for Amazon Prime Day. So we got a brand new monitor that came in this morning hanging out over here. I've got a new set of bowls that I've been using today. I've got some new pillows. I've got I bought some bulk sugar and some bulk sugar in the raw. Wish I had done a little bit more searching for some more food things. See if I could have bought more in bulk, but That was about all I really needed, so it's all I really searched for. Getting pretty thick here again. We're turning into rice porridge again. Seeing that bottom nice and clear again. Oh, did they? You're up in Canada, aren't you? It's sort of surprising how many food and drink streamers we have in Canada here. I mean, I think we have more food and drink streamers from Canada than we do from California, and that doesn't match up population-wise. Okay, more stock. We're going to be using all of that stock that we've got on the stove there. We're down to 1 or 2 labels left. And from there, we'll get going on our steak. Cheesesteak, cheesecake, I'm probably going to have to show you online through the pictures or whatever. I'll give you guys a proper review of it on Discord, what I think of it. But we're probably not going to try it because we need to let it sit in the oven for an hour to allow it to cool down with the oven. And then we need to allow it to cool another 2 hours either in the fridge or just here, open air, before it's completely ready to be able to try. Completely sets up and all that good jazz. I actually sort of wonder what the percentage is of Canadian people who stream compared to the U.S. Because, I mean, like I was sort of hinting at, I mean, California's got a larger population than Canada. And so, for there to be so many, I mean, I would say probably a good percentage of our team Bone In are all Canadian food and drink streamers. And there's I don't think there's even as many U.S. as there is Canadian, much less just Californian. Maybe outside of Team Bone In, but almost seems like streaming food on Twitch is more of a international thing than a United States thing. I'm going to start heating up a pan here on this side burner here so that we have something ready here for our steak. Just going to pan sear it. Not going to get out the grill pan tonight. Besides, with the Bone In, unless I was using an actual grill with like spaces to it, unlike the grill pan that I use, the bone is going to rest against that and it's going to give me issues as far as getting a good sear on one side. So I'm probably going to focus on getting one good side with a nice sear on it, because it's going to have to match up with the bone on the flat side. And then the other side I'm going to do shorter time on, but it's not going to get as good color on it, so it's going to be the bottom side. there will definitely be pictures of the cheesecake. But if you're just joining in, I did a little 4-inch. I have these cutesy little 4-inch springform pans that are great for making a individual or 2-person cheesecake. So I'm using one of those for tonight's cheesecake. A little 4-ounce cheesecake. It's got all of a half tablespoon of flour in it and about as much sugar. I took a variety of the. I was supposed to be doing chanterelles today. For anyone that's tonight's supposed to be chanterelle mushrooms, not mixed mushrooms. Unfortunately, chanterelles don't really come around until mid to late August. Wasn't able to find any in the stores, either fresh or dried. And so, swapping out mixed mushrooms for tonight's stream. And chanterelles are typically a little bit more fruity, a little bit lighter mushroom than the majority of them. And so that's why I was doing a cheesecake. But I did try and pick out some of the more fruitier smelling mushrooms that I saw out of the ones that I got. I got 5 or 6 different mushrooms instead of the chanterelles tonight. Okay, I think our rice is cooked now. I think we're pretty much there. Just gonna drop in the last of this stock. All of it, actually. Allow that to hang out for a little while we work on our steak and other goodness. Before we add our Parmesan in with that, or our butter, allow that to just hang out for a little bit. Let's get some salt on this steak. Essentially, as much salt will stick to the surface. So there you go. That's a properly salted steak, in my opinion. Adding a bit more oil in this pan. Give our risotto another stir here. Pan is smoking now, so we're getting close to adding our steak in there. Turned it up to full heat. Cheesecake's actually something I somewhat avoid here on stream, partially because of my bad history with it. Well, not bad history, my history with it. When I was in community college, I worked as a co-op student, so I was a student, but I was also a worker for the kitchen, for the restaurant. The community college that I went to actually had a student-run restaurant before I went to the Culinary Institute of America. It's a small community college. And so I had to not only bake, but cut and prep 60 cheesecakes a week for dessert service at the restaurant. Primarily to be served to students, but also to staff and visitors and all that good jazz. And if you have ever cut a cheesecake before, it is one of the biggest pains in the ass that you have ever had in the kitchen. You can try a hot knife, you can try a cheese knife, you can try a cheese wire, you can try... it doesn't matter. You're going to end up at least one piece that's going to be messy out of a cheesecake. And it just drove me nuts week after week. I do take that. We didn't cut all 60 cheesecakes. We cooked 60 cheesecakes a week. We used to wrap some of them and freeze them and do like bake sales for benefit of the college. But I did have to plate all the ones that were actually served every week. Last minute to get units on the battlefield for that Stream Raiders battle. Let's give this steak a turn. Just a little smoke going on over there. No, we were pretty good. Well, they had a pretty standardized recipe that was pretty solid, that you could turn them out regularly. I'm not going to say that it was a great... I mean, it's been a long time since I was there trying these. I wouldn't say it was the greatest cheesecake I've ever had, but it was reliable, dependable, decent cheesecake. I'm going to turn the heat down now on the risotto down to the lowest level just to keep it warm. See how we're doing here on our steak. Turn the heat down there a bit more. Pretty much just carry over cooking that steak there and what heat we got from the pan now at this point. I think we're good on temp. Let's do our battle. You know this is a good bottle of wine when I practically finish it before the dinner's even started. Victory. That was a quick one. That was a quick one. McMargo getting those kills. Tannic getting the assists. Never know to say McMargo and McWargo. Goodies for me. I think we're pretty much going to finish it up here tonight. So I think we're going to avoid starting another battle. We'll finish up this map here on Friday. Thank you, Tanic, but we're not done yet. We're still finishing things up here. We still got some mold to cut off of our Parmesan, and we gotta add Parmesan to our risotto. We gotta add well, enjoy your night, Tanic. I appreciate you joining it. Okay, Parmesan. That is now off. The steak is just completely just hanging out in the pan. There we go, we got some Parmesan in there now. Just a little Parmesan in there. Just a little Parmesan in there. And a little bit of butter in there. Got our steak there that we're going to allow to cool off, to rest a little bit. Continue mixing our butter into our risotto. I think it went a bit far with the broth and the risotto. It's not looking as clearly granules of rice as I would like. Still think it's going to be damn tasty though. Gonna have to add a bit more salt here to our risotto too. Since that rice wasn't very flavorful to begin with. We'll give that a shot here. See what we got here. Damn tasty. You get that creaminess, that thick chicken stock mushroom sauce. You still get a little texture from that rice. Let's go ahead and add our parsley in with the risotto. It's like it disappeared. I almost want to add twice as much in there. That is hot. Who would have thought my steak was going to be hot? Nice. Medium rare. My style. Wish I had some bread for that. What I am going to do, because the rest of this doesn't need to be picture perfect, the rest of that is going in here. Put all of that down into that risotto. Nice and tasty, give it some steak flavor to go along with that chicken and cheese and mushroom. But yum 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 yum. Thank you for that gift sub. Let's see what we got here. Anonymous gifter giving out 10 subs. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Appreciate that. Congrats 3NZ, Create Mode, Master of Games, my bot, Tomio, Cooking Girl, Red Nut, Chipper, Robin, and Tila T. Enjoy those emotes, and thank you very much to that donor. Alright, let's see what we got here as far as a cheesecake, too, because this has been... We've still got another 30 minutes. It's supposed to be hanging out in the oven here, but I'm going to cheat and pull it out here early. Oh, that has solidified up nicely. I was worried about that not being solidified at all. Let's take a picture of our steak here quick first. Then I'll pull that out for everyone to see. So there we have our mushroom cheesecake. Water did get through the foil, unfortunately, apparently. But that still has to cool. We're going to allow that to hang out and cool on its own. See if I can't grab that real quick. Yep. Just remove the moisture from that scenario entirely. And yeah, I'm not going to risk pulling that. You can see how it wobbles a little bit still. There's still some liquidiness to that, but that's going to have to take a little time to cool and set up. And as I promised before, we'll take a picture of that here too, but I will have a plated picture of this on the Discord, on the Instagrams, maybe on, probably not on Twitter, but at least a couple of them. Which you can find links to right there. Let's see who we can give a raid to tonight. I go and enjoy the rest of this deliciousness. This rice is amazing. As you can see, it's got some actual thickness to it. Oh yeah. Yum 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 yum. Let's see who's streaming tonight. I think I'm going to give a raid to another crafting stream tonight. I've been doing cooking streams the last couple of nights. I think it's time to celebrate a crafting stream. Why can't I raid? What is wrong with you, channel? What is wrong with you, stream manager? Why can't I raid the channel? There we go. Oh, thank you, Chef the Party. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you for hanging out with me tonight. I'm going to give a raid tonight to Sadie Streams, or Sadie. She hangs out with me. She raids my stream every now and then. Lovely leather crafter. One of a couple leather crafters that I've been trading raids with here on Twitch. I hope you enjoy her stream tonight. She's a lovely lady. I'm going to go and enjoy this loveliness. I'm going to let that cheesecake cool and take some photos for you folks before I devour that. But I'll let everyone know what I think of my mushroom cheesecake on the Discord. We'll be back here on Friday. Friday we're doing strawberries. And on Sunday, what are we doing on Sunday? What we got coming up on Sunday? Oh, we're doing dehydrator night on Sunday. I'm going to be doing a whole bunch of dried goods picked up from the farmers markets. So that should be fun. I'm going to make a stock seasoning. I'm going to make some my own onion and garlic seasonings. Prep a bunch of different things. We'll see what all I find at the markets for that. I want to appreciate everyone for joining in tonight. I hope to see you again on Friday. And until then, have a good one. Bye-bye.